everybody. It's Christine here once again with the Unknown Humans Remain podcast. Wait till I show you this number. We are here with case number 30, episode number 32, with a case out of Hawaii. The body was found on May 1st, 1969. Of course, we'll get into that. And this is our NamUs case UP6851. But just as I was getting ready to start this podcast for you, I was noticing as I was flipping through the graphics that I do with this, right? You can see the what they call the thumbnail or the case information for this one. And I noticed in NamUs, we are at 14,507 today. And I want to just show you something. Hang on a second. Okay, so look at this here. We are at 14,507, and we started at 14,394. So that's at least 100 and 11, 12. So the number keeps growing and growing and growing, which is a good thing because all of these paper files have been, stored away somewhere. Thank goodness they've kept this information. But just think how exponentially larger this number is going to be. I mean, and one unidentified poor soul is one too many. It just blows my mind every time I see these numbers. The more I report on them and the more work I do, the numbers just keep growing and growing and growing. So I really appreciate your support and your help. So let's get back to our case. All right, so we're back. We're going to talk about our Hawaii case. We're going to talk about our Hawaii case here. I had to add my comma back in. And let's see what we can find out about this gentleman. It's just crazy, right? With these numbers here. Okay, so we're here in our case, and we have got our person here. It's an unidentified white Caucasian male, and we are in the state of Hawaii. And of course, Hawaii came to mind, I guess, because of the devastating fires and the devastating loss that we're hearing of a bunch of persons unaccounted for. Okay. And hopefully there will not be too many folks and people will be sorted and found, and hopefully they were not on the island. But there's a potential that a lot of them can go unclaimed and unidentified, and can significantly add to our numbers. They're talking, it's horrific. They're talking about thousands, hundreds and thousands of people. It's just awful what happened there. And so Hawaii was top of mind, and not to do any disservice or injury to what has recently happened. We still have this poor person from May 1st, 1969. Okay. What is that? 31, 51, 52. How many years is that, right? 70, 31, 54 years maybe. I'm not good at the simple math, you guys know. It's been a long time, okay? So this location, this body was found in Honolulu, Hawaii, again on May 1st, 1969, a white male Caucasian. We got the ME's case number. And they estimate that this person was an adult, pre-40, so younger than 40. And they estimate the age range at 20 to 40. And this is interesting. So they say that the interval between the time of death and the time that the body was found was 6 hours. So that's interesting. And the height is 5'9" measured, so I guess they feel pretty confident about that. 138 pounds measured, pretty confident. I don't know how that goes for a male. I'm thinking that's a little thin, maybe. Not sure. Okay, so let's see. Again, May 1st, 1969, they're found in Honolulu, Hawaii. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. Honolulu County. Decedent fell or jumped from an unknown distance. Okay, so that's interesting. So how do they know it was 6 hours? Okay. All the parts were recovered and not recognizable traumatic injuries. Okay, that doesn't sound too nice. I think Hawaii, I'm immediately thinking of the beach, right? So I still don't know what the pressure and the mechanics behind a fall on sand is versus concrete or a roadway, or what the height was or where this person fell from. So it's just, I'm sure you can imagine. Okay, dark hair, dark brown hair, and it says chin and upper lip covered with scant to moderate growth of light brown hair. Sideburns were heavy and elongated. Okay, so we've got 1969, if we want to call that maybe the hippie time or whatever. And sideburns, I believe, were pretty popular. Those of you can chime in or anything. We see pictures back in the day. No eye color here, no distinctive physical features. Okay, so what do we have here? Clothing, long sleeved, green, blue, plaid colored sports shirt, brown, gray, bordered, plaid colored trousers with brown belt. Boy, does that not sound like, what was that show? The Partridge Family is what is coming to mind. White brief underwear. Okay, so we got a green and blue plaid colored sports shirt, brown and gray, bordered plaid colored trousers. That is just sounding like an array of colors. And white brief underwear. Okay, fragmented eyeglasses near the body. So was this person wearing them or did they fall somewhere? Leather strapped open sandals on the body. And it says a rawhide cord with silver colored medallion the size of a silver dollar. The design being an inverted tree trunk with a Y-shaped bare branch. I'm picturing roots. Okay, so instead of upper branches, right, it says inverted. I'm thinking about roots, right? What do you think? That's kind of what it sounds like here. I don't think we don't have any images or documents, so we're left to kind of figure out what that is. It doesn't say fell or jumped from it. It's crazy. Fell or jumped from an unknown distance. Well, it had to be a pretty high distance depending on what the person fell on for it to be traumatic injuries. Okay, and where did they find him? We just don't have a lot of information here. Let's see, we've got a long sleeve green sports shirt. Okay, and that was May. I'm thinking it would be pretty hot in Hawaii at that time, don't you? But yeah, we've got sandals. Okay, we've got open sandals, so that's more along with the summer. We've got some glasses. It's just such a shame. I can't believe nobody, it kind of sounds like somebody saw them jump because the 6 hours, how did they know it was the 6 hours? Okay, where was it? Was it something like they did I'm just thinking like a beach patrol and nothing was there and then the body was there? Like, was this like off a building in the downtown? Like, this is crazy. Not enough information. They have to have more information. And I know they're not sharing it here. Obviously, this is the public facing portion of it. But okay, let's see what we can get here with our map. And we are right in the middle of, I have never been to Hawaii, so this looks like it could be a park. And I don't know if that is well, that's the elephant enclosure. So did they jump off the elephant enclosure? You know, half the time these coordinates that we get are just general in the middle of a zip code. I'm trying to see what Now here it looks like we've got the mountain, right? Some mountainous stuff here. With the crater, that's pretty cool. Now I want to go. Just trying to look for some area here, what they would have, what this person would have jumped off of. But we really don't have a lot of information here. Okay. So we've got a white male, 5'9", 138, which seems to me might be a little light. Yeah. A little thin. Pre-40, pre-40s, 20 to 40. Dressed, right? Brown, gray, with a brown belt, white underwear, sandals, and this medallion. That would be interesting. I don't know if it was unique or sold in the area. It says the size of a silver dollar. And, something to do with roots and rawhide cord. I think that's interesting, right? So it's not a fancy silver necklace. It's a rawhide, more earthy type of person, it sounds like, with leather open sandals and that sort of thing. But it might be a sign of the times, right? It might be pretty normal based on the times. So I don't know. We really don't have a lot to go on here. We'd have to look at a little bit more and maybe see if anybody with Hawaii. We always have the 6 hours is really interesting to me, how they would know that. Maybe we have a tourist, maybe we don't, right? And that's the problem. So if we start looking at, who's missing somewhere else, it could be any one of the states. It could be from another country that came to visit in Hawaii, and we just don't know, right? Okay, something to see if we can find anything to go on from this, and where the person, I don't know, it says they fell or jumped from an unknown distance. That just doesn't make sense, because obviously if it's so traumatic, well, I'm going to say, I don't want to say that, but like, it's going to be right where it happened. Okay. Yeah. Very interesting here with the way this information comes across. When did this get put in? 2010. Okay. Folks, we need more details. I'm going to talk to the NamUs people and see what we can do, because even if it is the public, right? And understand there's a back end to this that has way more information, but this is just not so helpful for the public. We need just a little bit more, okay? So we can put 2 and 2 together, right? I'm sure you agree with me. Like a better area or something, because it just doesn't make sense. All right, and as we close out on this episode, I just want to again thank you guys for your support. You've been really wonderful in helping myself and my team support this mission. I wanted to also let you know that book 3 in the series, called Fabric of Deceit, is now out, and it is based off this podcast, episode 25. So you can go and refresh your memory about that podcast episode. And I've put a link down at the bottom, the shop.ponytailpublishing.com. That's my publishing company that I self-publish these books. And I've created a new shop where you can get these books directly. We are still selling on Amazon, but you can also get these books directly from me, which helps us keep more of the profit, because the profit from these books goes to fund the lab work, right? So we want to save every penny possible and still get you an enjoyable read for your help in supporting this case. If you love genetic genealogy, there's also, I've tried to come up with some funny and cool genetic genealogy related stuff, and we also have some books from another author, so feel free to check out the shop below. I'll also put it in the links at the bottom. And again, thank you for supporting us, and we'll see you next time. We've got plenty of cases to get through. All right, have a great day.